So here we have some power devices from a company called Denvix, who I haven't seen their products in the past, but these things look pretty interesting. 4-in-1 fast charging, 250 watt power bank, 25,000 milliamp hours. 4-in-1 fast charging over here. This is the deluxe package. I noticed that it has wireless charging, USB-A and C ×2, simultaneous charging while it's recharging, and a large LED display. And then there's also this air inflator with a 15,000 milliamp hour battery built in. I guess act as a backup battery too. We'll find out when we get inside. Let's see, what's the difference between the deluxe package? Maybe it's just what's included. These look the same on the side. iPhone, iPad, MacBook Air Pro, DJI drone. Okay, cool, so far looking similar. Ah, yes, so the deluxe package comes with a 140 watt power adapter to charge it up, whereas you're gonna need to bring your own power adapter to the PowerX in the standard package. If you want a 140 watt power brick, that's a substantial power brick. Then you can get the deluxe package. The standard device, 25,000 milliamp hours, paperwork, braided Type-C cable, which is nice, and then actually a pretty soft carrying pouch for travel. Huge display up top. These displays are kind of intentionally not overly bright because you wouldn't want to have tremendous power consumption. So it's got to be bright enough that you can see it, but they don't tend to be like extremely bright. You can see our 2 Type-C ports and our Type-A port. The C ports are in and out, so that's your charging while recharging. Now what's special about these ones is the wireless charging capability on top here. If I just slap that on, actually I need a charge right now, look at that. So magnetic and charging instantly. We can see that I'm charging on the phone, but also if I look at the device, I can see the wattage output and the remaining time on the existing battery life. You can see that number is climbing up there on the wireless. I actually need a charge. I'm just gonna leave that for a second. So the deluxe package gives you the same device, the PowerX, but this one comes with a large power brick, 140 watt power brick, Type-C LED light, and 2 cables rather than 1, C2C, both braided, similar to what we get in the non-deluxe package, but in this case, we get 2 of them instead, and our device otherwise identical. The deluxe package obviously also includes your carrying case as well. Now I'm gonna use one of the Type-C inputs and get some power into the battery, like this. Oh, and now we have a rocket boost. I don't know if you saw that, but we got a rocket boost. Whoa, 127 watt into the power bank is gonna charge this thing up rapidly from 77% to 100% in under 10 minutes, according to my display there. That's the benefit of having a very powerful brick. As expected, around 30 watts. 30 watts of output while we are simultaneously receiving around 100 watts of input now that we're doing both at the same time. Now we've also got a MacBook Pro here. You know that these things charge around 100 watts as well. So I'll plug this guy in on the secondary port. So we're doing about 10 watts over wireless, 100 watts, 98 into the device, and 87, 88 watts out to my MacBook, all at the same time. According to Denvix, the PowerX is the only 140 watt capable external battery unit that can also do wireless charging. So you have a cable-free scenario. In a pinch, you just pull this out and you're charging your device wirelessly. Now I have the world's longest battery life on my phone. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Yeah, so it doesn't actually have to be mounted in landscape because of the way they've designed it. You can see how this is elevated slightly to accommodate the camera bump on your phone, just like that. If you're traveling with your laptop and your smartphone, the single cable to the laptop is all you're gonna need because you'll just use the wireless charger for your phone. I guess this is really innovative because nobody else does it. I haven't had enough exposure to these units to know that nobody else does it. But according to Denvix, this is the only power bank that allows pass-through charging at the speed and at the power output that this one does. Like that I can recharge this at 100 watts while simultaneously sending 100 watts out of here. And of course, the deluxe package, that 140 watt power brick, this is GaN technology. That's how you're getting all the way up to 140 watts. So that might be worthwhile. I mean, I don't know how many people even have a 140 watt brick in their travel kit. That's an absolute beast. And the only way you can do that in this scale is obviously with GaN tech. So some other features I can see inside the menu here just by clicking through, obviously input and output power, wireless pad output power, temperature 25 degrees Celsius, 77 Fahrenheit, battery health, this battery health 100%, the total input versus the total output in watt hours, the number of screen uses, and the total number of battery cycles, which is still at 0. I can also change the way the screen behaves, whether I want auto screen off or not. All right, now this next device is a little bit more uncommon, an air inflator. These things are very useful. It looks like it comes with some accessories as well. Carrying case, nice. Look at this beast. Paperwork, DC power, Type-C, Type-A. This is like your hose. All of our adapters included, and Type-C to Type-A. So here's what this device looks like. On the bottom here, we have a USB-C in out, and then a USB-A output. So if you keep this in your vehicle in order to inflate tires in an emergency, you've also got some backup power to charge your phone. You can put in your preset. Oh, this is very convenient. I like this thing. This is very convenient. And there's your flashlight. So there's 4 settings for lighting, intensity, and color. 7 to 9 PSI, so we can dial this all the way down. And the other thing, it'll just shut off, so you can leave it plugged in without having to really watch it, because it'll just turn off when it hits that target pressure. I'll do 8. What about right in between the two? Now first, this is no longer target PSI. If you don't know the rating of what you're about to inflate, it has some presets: car tire, bicycle, basketball, and your own personal setting. Quick, and yes, it is 8 PSI. Super useful gadget. And I know these things exist, but like this one is kind of refined in its feature set, and the interface is more satisfying than some of the other ones I've dealt with. I don't know, your car breaks down and your phone's out of battery and you just remember you have this thing in the glove box. That's when you're happiest that you own a device like this, in those moments where you're like, oh yeah, I got that thing. Okay, so I've been using this for a little bit, and I've actually noticed that it is even more capable and powerful. It can also deliver beyond 100 watts, up to 140 watts when connected directly to the MacBook Pro and only working on that single path charging. You see the little rocket ship animation show up. We go 37, 53, 71 watts, 107 watts, 121, 143. 142. This is gonna deliver between 120 and 130 watts when it's under a low load, and up to 140 watts on high load. But what that means for you is extremely rapid recharging of your devices that can or are capable of receiving that rapid charge up to 140 watts. The next consideration is heat dissipation, because you obviously don't want things to get extremely hot. So they actually have an AI system built in, sort of fluctuate the power output in relationship to the heat. And then we got another like 10 watts on wireless. Yeah, so we're at like 220 watts. Look, this thing can output a boatload of power. There's gonna be a variance depending on the load that the laptops themselves are under, or whatever devices you have connected to it, and the amount of power that those devices can receive. But pretty much whatever you connect this to is going to be charging close to its maximum capacity, at least up to 140 watts on one single USB-C connection, up to 250 watts across 2 devices that can take advantage of it, and up to 100 watts at a time, two-way, when you're also recharging the power bank.